Today I am going to start the nervous system, central nervous system. So actually just I have omitted this, I have excluded this part, the basic organization of the CNS. So as because of not getting enough time, so that directly I am going to the somatosensory system pathway, right? So sensory, actually these are the very basic things that should be taught, but the time, time doesn't permit as well as the most of the, I think your exam is very imminent, so that let whatever fundamental things, so basic organization of the CNS, synapses as well as the sensory receptor. So that portion I have omitted. Why? Because you know that almost you know that the basic organization of nervous system. Nervous system is made up of two components. One is the central nervous system, consists of brain and spinal cord, right, and the peripheral nervous system. So brain and brain again further you know that has been divided into prosencephalon, mesencephalon and telencephalon or rhombencephalon, hindbrain, midbrain and forebrain. And you know that the brain has been divided into 4 different lobes. Brain is very complex and is the site for higher thinking, higher thoughts, perception, sensory perception, higher thoughts, as well as the brain is the integration center for external stimuli, so that it is the site for emotion, learning. So whatever higher thoughts, brain is very complex, and you know that in precisely that cannot be described. So that brain and the peripheral nervous system, you know, peripheral nervous system that has been divided into autonomic nervous system and ENS. ENS especially you know that enteric nervous system, ENS, that is concerned with the GI tract. You know that there are 2 types of nerve plexuses. What are those? One is Meissner plexus, another one is myenteric plexus. So that is ENS, that comes under ENS. And most commonly, which are most common, those are the autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic and sympathetic. You know that parasympathetic, these are in what origin? Parasympathetic is craniosacral branch of neurons, which are called as parasympathetic, and sympathetic is thoracolumbar. And second thing is that you know the difference between the cerebral cortex, means cerebrum, as well as the spinal cord. In cerebrum cortex, you know that has 2 different lobes. One is what are the lobes? Left hemisphere and right hemisphere, and thrown into a numerous elevation and depressions, projections, thrown into numerous elevations which are known as gyrus, and depression which are known as sulcus. And second thing is the difference between the brain and spinal cord. Brain, outer grey matter and inner white matter. Grey matter, you know, grey matter means these are the cells of the portion of the cortex which is the site of aggregation of cell bodies, dendrites, cell bodies. So this is called what this is called? This is called the grey matter. And white matter is, you know, the white matter consisting of columns, nerve fibers, bunch of bundles or columns of neuron nerves, right? So these are the thing. And spinal cord, you know, just opposite. Spinal cord, inner what? Inner grey matter, outer white matter. And our inner grey matter has been divided into different, see, different gray matter has been divided into different horn cell. As because of horn-like structure, these are called horn cell. What is this? This is posterior horn. What is this? This is anterior horn or ventral horn. Posterior means dorsal horn, and this is lateral horn. And so now in what the Magendie, Bell-Magendie law, so Bell-Magendie law, what does Bell-Magendie law state? What is Bell-Magendie law? Have you any idea about Bell-Magendie law? Bell-Magendie law states that in spinal cord there are two roots. One root for sensory, another root for motor. Which one is sensory root? Sensory root is this one, dorsal. Dorsal horn is the sensory root and ventral horn is the motor root. Why sensory? Because from periphery, from body, somatic area, most of the body areas, the receptors, ultimately receptors are connected to axon, large axons. And axon means in terms of millions of fibers entering into the dorsal horn. Through, now before they enter, now there is one ganglia, they form ganglia. What is this? Dorsal root ganglia, DRG. Ganglia means when nucleus and when ganglia, you know. So within central nervous system, aggregation of cell body, that is called what? Nucleus. And outside the central nervous system means periphery, that is called ganglia. So that's why these are ganglia. So dorsal root ganglia, and they enter into the dorsal horn, and after that they synapse with second order neuron. So what is Bell-Magendie law? Bell-Magendie law is the rule or law by which it states there will be separate root for sensory as well as the motor. Sensory root, which is dorsal column, that is considered dorsal horn, that will be considered as sensory root, whereas ventral horn will be considered as motor root. And sensory root, see this dorsal horn, this is sensory root, this is motor root, and motor root, the fibers which exit is known as motor neuron. What? Motor neuron. And mostly these motor neurons are what? These motor neurons are alpha motor neurons, and these are called final common pathway. In the motor neuron, motor tract, these are the final common pathway. Before this, there are two other hierarchy of neurons. First order, second order, this is the final, third order neuron, which directly entering into the extrafusal muscle fiber, muscles, effector organ, right? So that's why this is called final common pathway. So it's clear what is Bell-Magendie law. Bell-Magendie law, it's the orientation of sensory fibers towards the dorsal horn and the exit of the motor fibers from the ventral horn. That is called Bell-Magendie law. That's why you know that in synapse, so one-way conduction, and that is the rule or law that constitute that whatever information either going or coming from is one directional. What? One directional, these things. So now next, coming to the physiology of sensory receptors. You know that whole body, you know the dermatome, already we have, to some extent we have explained in practical classes what are receptors. Receptors means unlike, what receptors means? Generalized, unlike general receptor, receptor, but this one is what? Sensory receptor, because these are the modified, sensory receptors can be defined as modified organ as or transducer. This can transduce what? The different form of energy into electrical into action potential. Whatever be the energy, that will be converted first into a action potential. You know action potential, and the action potential that is developed within the receptor is known as receptor potential. Receptor potential, whenever it is generated in synapse, known as synaptic potential. But do you know the difference between the action potential and the graded potential? These are also known as graded potential or local potential. What do you mean by local and nerve action potential? Local and nerve action? Local potential are graded potential, and they do not follow the all or none law. Rather, they can be summated. These can be summated. Summation possible means small current or potential, small electrical potential that can be combined to give rise the threshold potential, right? So this is it is graded potential or local potential. The difference is that graded potential is summated. This can be summated, whereas the nerve action potential cannot be summated. Why? Because these follow all or none law, either or not. If it is adequate stimulus, it will always give the response. If it is below adequate, it won't give response. Subthreshold means no response until unless you achieve the threshold value. So these things, that is very unique in local potential versus nerve action potential, right? And this can be propagated along the nerve fibers. Once it is converted to action potential, these can easily convey to the cortex. For sensory stimulus, it can easily convey to the cortex, right? So these things is the transduction physiology of sensory receptors. Now, to some extent, now you should be familiar with the different type of sensory receptor, and you know that the can you name some receptors bodily available, some type of receptor? Say for pressure, say for, you have done in practical now most of that thing. Say for fine touch, so you have seen there are receptors. Can you name them? No. Mechanoceptors, pressure receptors, and nociceptors. These are pain temperature are known as nociceptors, and nociceptors are example of A delta and B fibers, A delta and C fibers. Further, fibers have been classified into myelinated and non-myelinated. Now, do you know the difference between myelination and non-myelination? Myelinated fibers, their rate of conduction very high, whereas unmyelinated means naked fibers, their rate of conduction is slow. So that's why you know that pain can be very sharp, epicritic, and pain can be very dull, means protopathic means primitive, very dull, no differentiation, right? You cannot localize the source, origin where from the pain is coming. Mostly you know that pain, most of the pains from visceral pain, these are dull, right? And bodily pain, these are sharp. So pricking part of the body that gives a sharp pain with what? Pin pricking that gives a sharp pain. That means A delta, and that is carried through A delta fibers. A delta, and visceral pain that is carried through C fibers. C means non-myelinated. Means non-myelinated, and you know that the myelinated fibers 100 times faster than non-myelinated, right? So conduction velocity is very high. So this is the things of physiology of sensory receptor. So receptors on the basis of their type of sensations. They have been classified as mechanoreceptors, mechanoceptors, as proprioceptors. What are proprioceptors? Proprioception, which quality of the body is known as proprioceptors? Position, vibration, and position, vibration, and joint, vibration, joint, position. These are proprioceptors, because muscles in the form of stretch receptors. In muscles there are interfusal fibers which are known as stretch receptors. So they actually mediate the what functions? Mediate what functions? The proprioceptors. So proprioceptions means these. So and you have gone with the Romberg sign, Romberg test. That is an example of proprioception, right? So that gives either cerebellar, the function of cerebellar, or the function of dorsal column. If dorsal column damage, then what happens? With eyes closed, so touching of both the legs means both the joint of the legs. So if person sways side to side, then it will be Romberg sign positive. That means dorsal column lesion. With eyes open, if person sways side to side, cannot stand in a right position, that means cerebellar. That means defect with cerebellum, balance, muscle tone, posture, as well as the balance. So these things, and mechanoceptors, proprioceptors, anything, and special senses. You know how many special senses? So sight, hearing. So for hearing, you know that hair cells, that are modified cells, hair cells, and sight, rods and cones. What is this? Rods and cones? Photoreceptors, and photoreceptors, right? Similarly, in visceral receptors, those are called interoceptors. Can you name interoceptors? Baroreceptors, chemoreceptors. These are example of interoceptors. So this is more or less about sensory physiology of sensory receptors. So what sensory receptor and transduction mechanism. What is transduction? Transduction means what? So whatever sensation that will be converted means transduced into which form? Into action potential. And this action potential that will travel up to the length of the cerebral cortex, somatosensory cortex. After that, cerebral cortex has an ability, cerebral cortex itself has ability to perceive it. Perceive means, that means it can decode whatever action potential is reaching to the somatosensory cortex, area of the cortex, that will be, which in turn will be what? Will be decoded. Means, say for sound sensation, then sound sensation will be transduced into what? Into the nerve action potential. That nerve action potential further will be decoded into what? Into the sound, so that you can perceive sound. Similarly, you take example of any type of sensations, and that will be decoded. So somatosensory cortex. And third thing is the Bell-Magendie law, physiology of this, and orderly arranged neurons. Next, I will be talking of the orderly arranged neurons. Orderly arranged means what? Beginning from the receptors, then what starts? Beginning with the receptor, what starts? The axon. Axon hilo, first part of the axon, then axon to tarpore, then it makes synapse with what? With second order neuron. So from periphery, where it first enters, what is the organ where they first enter? In the spinal cord. Not now, don't say now ki dorsal column or anterior commissure. Don't say like that. So as a whole you say it enters the spinal cord. From spinal cord what happens? Second order neuron starts. Where it goes? Second order neuron. This can be either crossed or uncrossed. If it is crossed, then it will join the what? ALS pathway, anterior spinothalamic or lateral spinothalamic. That is second order neuron. Where it ends? It will end over what? Where? The thalamus. Which portion of the thalamus? Ventral VPL. Ventral posterolateral. Ventral posterolateral of the thalamus. That is nucleus of thalamus, where they will end. The fibers from specific part of the body first will join the spinal cord. From spinal cord, if they cross, they will join ALS pathway. If they do not cross, they will ascend up to what? Up to the medulla, up to the medulla. Which nucleus? Medulla, you know there are two nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. So nucleus gracilis is meant for what? Now see, remember G, gracilis means G. G means leg. G is the letter from leg. That means gracilis, where the neurons are collected from which part? From the lower part of the body. And cuneatus, where the nerve fibers are collected from the upper part of the body. This is upper part of the body. That is cuneatus. So this is first order neuron. Then after medulla, it decussate, means crosses towards it enters the midline and crosses to the opposite side of the body. Midline, crosses midline, then enter opposite side of the body. Then second order neuron starts. From where? From medulla. Medulla to where? It goes from medulla to thalamus. VPL, same VPL, except facial region, which is VPN, ventral posterolateral, it is ventral posteromedial. এটা হচ্ছে VP ventral posteromedial, sorry, it is ventral posteromedial, facial portion is medial, right? So these things. And then thalamus to, again, third order neuron which arise from thalamus, it goes to the cortex, cerebral cortex, sensory area of the somatosensory cortex. And you know that somatosensory cortex, that is the area which is known as area 1 and area 2. S1 means somatosensory, sensory 1 and sensory 2. These are the area. So primary area is S1 and secondary area is S2. What are the Brodmann area? According to Brodmann, that has been classified into their location is key. In which part of the gyrus? Post-central gyrus. And pre-central gyrus means elevation, central gyrus. Post portion means right side, post portion is what? So post portion is what? Post mean post central gyrus. What is? This is sensory cortex. And the pre central gyrus, Bhaggoro, pre and post. Pre is motor area and post is sensory cortex. So motor cortex, sensory cortex. So we are concerned now, we are talking with sensory cortex. So S1, S2 area, that is within the postcentral gyrus. Areas are 3, 1, 2. 3AB, 1 and 2. Another area is association area. Association means for synthesis, say for stereognosis. Synthesis, the area should be separate, as because synthetic means multimodal sensation, not a single sensation. So you are getting many more sensation. That has to be modified, that has to be means perceived into a new area that is called area 5-7, and area 5-7 as per location that is present over the parietal lobe. You know parietal lobe, frontal, this is frontal, this one is parietal, this one is occipital, and this one is temporal. So these are the 4 lobes, and parietal lobe is where this portion is parietal lobe, and 5-7 is over parietal lobe. So next coming to the orderly arranged neuron and relay station, sensory relay station. Which one is considered the sensory relay station? Thalamus. Why? Because whatever sensation that has to pass through the thalamus, that's why it's called, it actually ultimately it gives the baton to the cortex from thalamus. So that fibers are called thalamocortical fibers. Thalamus, so spinothalamic, right? And before that, you know that through DRG, dorsal column, that is what? First order neuron. So first order, second order, third order. Now coming to the separate DCML pathway and the ALS pathway. See, this is the area. What is this? This is postcentral. This is precentral. Precentral means motor. Motor also has M1, M2. M1 means primary motor area, area 4, area 6, area 8. Okay? Motor and supplementary motor area also. Supplementary motor areas. So motor areas is this side and sensory area is this 3-1-2 and 5-7. So you remember, you see the diagram where these are situated because the conception. So for the conception, always you should have an idea where these are located, the center where. And second thing is that, one thing I forgot to mention, that is the homunculus, mapping of the body sensation. Whatever body sensation, there is a mapping. Mapping where? That is called somatotopy. Somato means body, a topy means topographical representations, means mapping. That is called somatotopy or sensory homunculus. HOMUNCULUS. Homunculus means ki bolam? Homunculus means mapping. Your body has been mapped over where? Mapped over the cortex. Which part of the cortex? 3-1-2 and 5-7. How? Now you see that how this is mapped. This area has been mapped. And this is central gyrus, postcentral gyrus. This one is the postcentral gyrus. Now see, throughout the gyrus, now you see the first thing is the location and topographical representation, number 1, and second thing is the density of receptors. So that has been, that not only depicts the area but also the density of receptors. Where receptors are more the receptor, area is bigger. Now see, the facial area is as compared to trunk. Can you see as compared to trunk, facial area is more enlarged. Why? Because this is the area where receptor densities are more, and you have done it you have confirmed this with 2-point discrimination. So now with 2-point discrimination, and you know that body there are 2 pathways. One is discriminative, whatever, tactile localization, tactile sensation, discrimination, tactile localization, tactile discrimination, fine touch. So that is meant one pathway, 2 distinct pathways for touch. One is DCML pathway, another one is One is DCML pathway, another one is ALS pathway. ALS pathway means non-discriminative, और DCML pathway means discriminative. Dorsal column माने discriminative pathway means very fine, precise pathway. देखो सब गुलोई, देखो what are the modalities that is passed through the DCML pathway? What are the modalities? Fine touch, tactile localization, tactile discrimination, 2-point discriminations, vibration, position, joint sensation, stereognosis, what else? Graphesthesia. So all these are, that means all are fine and precise. That's why the pathway is different. That means discriminative pathway. Another pathway, ALS pathway, opposite pathway is, ALS means crude pathway, not precise. Example, crude touch, pressure, crude touch, anything? Pain and temperature, because you know that visceral pain, that is non-discriminative. You cannot localize from which source it's coming. So poor localization means non-discriminative. So these things, and now this is what? This is called sensory homunculus or somatosensory mapping, somatotopy, somatosensory homunculus mapping, like this. And you see upside down, what that means? See, upside down. The representation is upside down. Upside what? Upside is tongue, face, location is down, upside down. Whereas leg, trunk, that is up. At the ceiling, ceiling e ache konta? Over post central gyrus, ceiling portion, ceiling, that is characterized by by lower portion. Our bottom, that is characterized by upper portion of the body. So it's just opposite, upside down. And second thing is that what? Second thing is that density. What density? Receptor density. And based on this, 2-point discrimination can be possible. These are the types of fibers and receptors. So I think this has been taught, because throughout the CNS you can find type 1 fiber, type 2 fiber, 1A, 1B. 1A means primary afferent, 1B means Golgi tendon afferent, 1B through Golgi tendon, 1A muscle spindle, afferent into muscle, afferent in muscle spindle, or 1B afferent in Golgi tendon. Golgi tendon means disynaptic reflex, stretch reflex, or monosynaptic means what? Monosynaptic means 1A afferent, or secondary is 2. 2 means secondary. Secondary means, now see in what is in stage reflex, you can find there are 2 types receptor. One is nuclear bag fiber, another one is nuclear chain fiber. Bag fibers means bag, like bag, centrally dilated and periphery tapered. So that is called bag fiber. A chain fiber, like chain, a straight chain, like chain. And that's why. So whatever coming from nuclear bag fiber, those are primary, and whatever through chain fiber, those are secondary. So these things. So primary afferent, secondary afferent 2, and third is in the ganglion. This type of fibers you can find in ganglion, and fourth you can find in where C type non-myelinated C type fiber. Where you can find this? In pain fibers are A delta or C. A delta fibers means 3 type and C fibers mean 4 type. So based on, now see, one is based on letter, alphabetical letter, further A into 1 alpha, A alpha, A beta. A beta are the which receptors? Beta. A beta হচ্ছে touch receptor, touch. A beta, these are the touch receptors. Touch, fine touch. বিটা টাচ রিসেপ্টার্স, এ আলফা হচ্ছে মাসেল স্পিন্ডল, ওই যে এ আলফা মাসেল স্পিন্ডল অ্যান্ড গলজি টেন্ডন, বিটা হচ্ছে মাসেল স্পিন্ডল, এই যে মেসনার্স কার্পাসেল, এই দেখো সুপারফিশিয়াল টাচ, মার্কেলস রিসেপ্টার, দিজ আর এ বিটা, এ ডেল্টা mostly bear nerve endings. This can be pain, temperature like that. Mostly delta C fibers are example of pain and temperature. So these are the types of fibers. Next, coming to the two pathways, dorsal column pathway, DCML pathway. এখন কটা বাজে আর কমিউনিট আছে? হ্যাঁ 2 মিনিট আছে। আচ্ছা, dorsal column pathway, one is DCML pathway, another is spinothalamic, sorry, not spinothalamic, ওটা কি স্পাইনাল আর হ্যাঁ spinothalamic pathway to the cortex, ALS, enterolateral. So the pathways, so now see, this is in this has been compared. Now dorsal column versus ALS, DCL versus ALS. Now see that in terms of modalities, এখানে কি what modalities? All discriminative sensation. দেখো fine touch, vibration, concert. হ্যাঁ, there are two types of proprioception. এই যে position, joints, two types. One is conscious, another one is unconscious. Conscious, which one conscious? বলো তো, conscious proprioception. এই যে হ্যাঁ, with your knowledge, whatever with your knowledge. Or unconscious means cerebellar. Cerebellar is unconscious. Through means you know that all the time the muscle tone is existing. Without your sense, without your knowledge, all the time, so muscle tone that is existing. That is existing. So this one, muscle tone continuously present, that is ওটা কি তাহলে muscle টোনটা কি হলো, ওটা unconscious, that is unconscious without your knowledge. And conscious means whenever you are giving some effort, that is conscious. So conscious, unconscious modalities. And ALS pathway, pain, temperature and crude touch. এইভাবে লিখবে, pain, temperature, crude touch. Next, in terms of receptors, Meissner's, Pacinial, muscle spindle, Golgi tendon. And ALS pathway in terms of receptors, ওই যে A delta, mostly either bare nerve ending, ওটা bare, or free nerve ending, or C fibers, unmyelinated fibers. These. And third one is first order neurons, dorsal root ganglia. These also dorsal root ganglia. That is common. But thing is that the neurons are what type? What type? Pseudo unipolar. তার মানে জানো, cell body is at the middle. So one is axonal terminals, then what? Then cell body and synapse. Next, dendrite, cell body, then synapse. So that's why it's called pseudo unipolar, as because that has been at the middle. What at the middle? Root ganglia that is lying at the middle. That's why unipolar but pseudo. And there is unipolar also. And bipolar, you know, example of bipolar neurons is a rods, cones. These are bipolar neurons, rods and cones. Bipolar, this is unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar. Multipolar, all motor neurons, multipolar. है ना? One side cell body dendrite, and at the end axon terminals and ending on muscles. So that is purely example of the multipolar. So this thing. Next, coming to the spinal cord section. Now ascend, DCML ascend ipsilaterally in dorsal column. Through which column? Fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus. Gracilis leg, from leg side, gracilis, and cuneatus from arm মানে upper side, upper part of the body. These synapses in dorsal horn, substantia gelatinosa. Which part of the, and second thing is that the spinal cord has been divided into 10 layers. Do you know the layers? that is called rexed lamina into lamina, mane layers. Lamina means layer. Rexed lamina, that is known as rexed lamina. Dorsal horn has been divided into 6 layers. Layer 1 means lamina 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And lateral horn has been divided into 7, 8, 9. And central, ekdom central, that is 10. Which is central canal, that is 10. 10th, rex lamina 10th. So in that way, spinal cord has been segmented, has been layered, laminated. So with 10 different layers. So these synapses in dorsal horn in ALS pathway, that synapse in which part? In 2, layer 2. Ki bollam? Within 1, 2, layer 2. Mane at the beginning, entry of the dorsal horn. So that's why, and this portion is called substantia gelatinosa. Why called substantia? Substantia means substance, একটা বস্তু, substance. And gelatinosa means gelatin-like structure. What is this? These are the endogenous protein present within brain. আমাদের ব্রেনে যে endogenous protein, that is called substantia gelatinosa. And this substantia gelatinosa, this endogenous protein have tremendous role in pain relieving. That's why these are called analgesic, mane pain relieving. They can, like pharmacological drug. So this endogenous protein by themselves can reduce the pain. আমাদের শরীরেই আছে, that can reduce the pain. That's why this portion is called, segment 2 is called substantia gelatinosa. Next, coming to the second order neuron, nucleus gracilis, nucleus cuneatus in DCML pathway, and in ALS pathway, substantia gelatinosa and dorsal horn spinal cord. Which horn? Dorsal horn spinal cord. Which lamina? Lamina 1 and lamina 4. Lamina 1, 4, ALS pathway, lamina 1 and some fibers ending on lamina 4. And in gelatinosa, lamina 2, means in lamina 2. Sorry, ALS pathway, lamina, এটা কোথায় বললাম? Second order, nucleus gracilis, আচ্ছা, substantia gelatinosa, ওটা হচ্ছে 2, rex lamina 2 and dorsal horn, spinal cord. Next, decussation. Decussation means crossing. At what level? This crossed DCML pathway can cross. At what level? It ascend up without synapsing at the spinal cord level, and from where it synapse, it starts second order neuron starts from second order. Spinal cord is second order নয়, মানে for DCML pathway second order starts from middle DCML. আর ALS pathway, ALS this starts from spinal cord. কারণ ALS হচ্ছে crossed at the level of spinal cord, opposite side it crosses opposite through anterior white commissure below central canal. Central canal এর নিচে. What is this? The white commissure means nerve fibers, bundle, white commissure. Below কি? Below central canal. Central বুঝতে পারছো তো? এই যে মিডিলে সেন্ট্রাল ক্যানালটা, সেন্ট্রাল ক্যানালের নিচে ওটা ক্রস করে ALS path দিয়ে. These things. And third order neuron, so decussation at medulla, decussation at spinal cord, anterior white commissure. This is immediate decussation. That's why I have written immediate at the spinal cord level decussate. And this is not immediate, later, mane at medulla. Next one, third order neuron from thalamus. Which portion? VPL, ventral, posterolateral, thalamus, postcentral gyrus. Goes to postcentral gyrus, that also goes to postcentral gyrus. From VPL, both. Somatotrophy in this, leg fibers medial or fibers lateral. But see, in this case, leg fibers lateral, arm fibers medial, opposite, opposite, fibers opposite. Next one is lesion effect in spinal cord. What happens? In spinal cord, now you consider you remember the pathway. Now what happens in case of lesion of spinal cord? If ipsilateral loss, in spinal cord lesion, ipsilateral loss below the lesion means where lesion has started. Below the lesion, what should happen? Ipsilateral loss. Why? Because this is uncrossed. This is uncrossed. Below medulla, this is uncrossed. So below medulla, whatever it can be, the spinal cord section, so it will be ipsilateral loss. Ipsilateral loss of what? Fine touch, whatever, discriminative touch, discriminative sensation. And this contralateral loss. Why? Because at the spinal cord level, it has crossed, it has decussated at the spinal cord level. That's why the effect starts at the contralateral, opposite side. If this side of the spinal cord, so the effect will be opposite, right side, left side. If right side damaged, so left side will be affected. Then lesion effect. Now, what should be the lesion, deficit and causes? So, ipsilateral loss, fine touch, vibration below the level of lesion, ipsilateral loss of, that is example. Now see Tevis dorsalis, which nerve? Tibial nerve. Tibial nerve, peripheral nerve, है ना? Tibial nerve. So tibia dorsal, Tevis dorsalis. So cause, you know that the neurosyphilis. So that is the causes and that is the deficit or effect. Next one is spinothalamic tract spinal. Contralateral loss of pain and temperature, 1-2 segment below lesion, that is called lateral cord syndrome. And Brown Sequard syndrome, this is important. Hemisection of spinal cord. Hemi bujo to? Hemisection means one half of the body. One half of the body gets damaged, then what happens? Below the level of lesion, what should be absent? For below the level of lesion, ipsilateral what loss? Ipsilateral fine touch, proprioception, stereognosis joint, ipsilateral loss, and contralateral crude touch pain temperature, contralateral STT, or this is Brown Sequard syndrome, and cause is spinal cord trauma and tumor. Next one is syringomyelia. Do you know that syrinx means central canal, deposition of fluid, or tumor condition of the central canal, central portion, which is central 10th lamina, central canal. If there is any tumor, so that tumor suppresses what? Tumor suppresses this, but upper portion that remains unaffected, lower portion that gets affected. That means anterior white commissure, whatever passes, fiber passes through anterior white commissure, that will be affected. What will be the effect in syringomyelia? Bilateral loss of pain and temperature. But causes syrinx in this, loss of pain and temperature, which is anterior white commissure, at the spinal cord level, but these remain unaffected. What? Fine touch remain unaffected. তো উপরের দিকে গেছে, নিচের দিকে তো প্রেসারটা যায় তো নিচের দিকে, এই যে টিউমার that compress what? The lower portion, lower anterior white commissure. That's why crude touch pain temperature are lost, whereas fine sensation that remains unaffected. That is called what? Syringomyelia. That is that, and that's why it's called disassociated anesthesia. Anesthesia means, without sensation. So one portion remain and other portion unaffected, affected. What remain? Fine touch remain, but crude touch pain temperature, that is gone. So that's why it is called disassociated anesthesia, syringomyelia. Another one is thalamic syndrome and postcentral gyrus, cortex. postcentral gyrus, contralateral cortical sensory loss, stereognosis, parietal lobe lesion. That is, postcentral gyrus means parietal lobe lesion. What happens parietal lobe lesions? Lesions, stereognosis. Stereognosis. Parietal lobe কি হয় আমাদের synthetic functions মানে আমরা করতে পারি না, multimodal sensation that has been lost. In which condition? In parietal lobe lesion. Postcentral মানে parietal lobe lesion, and that can happen মানে clinically that can happen in MCA, stroke means cerebrovascular accident, CVA, stroke, ठीक है, these things. Dorsal column, spinothalamic, first order, second order, এগুলো রয়েছে. This is the, now see, this is the pathway, and that, this thing you have to draw this. এটা আছে গ্যানমে. This has been taken from Ganon, and this should be drawn. Remember, একদম uniformly. Whoever is here, so all should follow this. This is the pathway, and this touch pain, group touch pain temperature. This is the ALS pathway crossing. This is the midline. This is crossing, and another pathway fine touch 2-point discrimination DCML pathway without crossing. এখানে এটা without crossing, straight away it cross at the medulla. এটা crossing, but touch one pathway, one is crossing but other not crossing. Fine touch not crossing, directly it ascend up to the medulla, then crosses opposite to the midline. See, opposite to the midline goes to the VPL, thalamic specific sensory relay nuclei. Thalamus is considered as specific sensory relay nuclei. Thalamus, তাই তো? Relay কেন? Why relay? Because whatever sensation that has to reach, go via thalamus. Even the upper portion, another pathway that has not been mentioned here, that is which pathway? A facial pathway, and that is purely done by which cranial nerve? Is a facial টা কোন cranial? Fifth cranial, trigeminal, fifth cranial nerve. Sensory functions, fifth cranial nerve. This portion is fifth cranial nerve. Bas, that's all.